All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ways and Means this evening. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's 5:07. So with that, Ms. Kaufman, if I could have you go ahead, or our committee secretary, please call the roll.
Assemblywoman Benitez Thompson.
Here.
Assemblyman Frierson.
Here.
Assemblywoman Gorlow.
Here.
Assemblyman Hafen.
Here.
Assemblywoman Howdigi.
Here.
Assemblyman Levitt.
Here.
Assemblywoman Miller.
Here.
Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno.
Here.
Assemblywoman Peters.
Here.
Assemblyman Roberts.
Here.
Assemblywoman Titus.
Here.
Assemblywoman Tolles.
Here.
Assemblyman Watts.
Here.
And Chair Carlton.
And I am here to all for being here. So with that, committee, the purpose of our meeting this evening is to have a committee bill draft introduction. We would have typically done this behind the bar and then taken it right down to the front desk. But with our new procedures and making sure everyone stays safe and well and that we do everything in the eye of the public, we're going to have to schedule these meetings every once in a while to get bill drafts introduced so that we can get them down and referred back to the committee. So with that, I'll ask Ms. Kaufman to go over the bill draft briefly with everyone, answer any possible questions, and then we'll go from there. So Ms. Kaufman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, Sarah Kaufman, Legislative Council, Bureau of Fiscal Analysis Division. BDR S-899 appropriates from the State General Fund to the Office of Economic Development the sum of $50 million to provide for grants of operational support to small businesses, nonprofit organizations, and other similar entities impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Subsection 2 provides that the Office of Economic Development shall prepare and transmit a report to the Interim Finance Committee on or before June 30th, 2021 that describes the expenditures that are made with this money. And there is a reversion date for this money of June 30th, 2021. This bill would be approved effective passage of, effective upon passage and approval.
Thank you, Ms. Kaufman. So with that, committee members, does anyone have any questions on BDR S-899? Not hearing any questions. Yes.
Do we have a copy of it? BDR?
Ms. Kaufman?
There are copies available. I have hard copy. I do not have an electronic copy.
It's difficult for us to do electronic copies on just the BDRs. If you'd like, I'd be pretty much it's 2 paragraphs. Dr. Titus, it's appropriated from the State General Fund to the Office of Economic Development, and the citation, the sum of $50 million for pretty much exactly what Ms. Kaufman said, grants for operational support to small businesses, nonprofit organizations, and other similar entities impacted by the COVID-19 crisis. This is basically another appropriation towards the PETS program that we've done through IFC. And I apologize, it's just not a way to actually digitally get you this BDR.
Can you, there you go. I mean, I just, it'd be nice to have a copy of these BDRs. It is possible to get them to us quicker than this, but I recognize that time is of the essence here, and the importance of submitting this approval. And as I've stated earlier on a previous committee where we hadn't really had a chance to to review it. I'm certainly understanding the process and recognize that this is procedural and that support of this is no way means that we would support it as it comes out as a final bill. So thank you very much for that, Madam Chair.
You're welcome, Dr. Titus. And this bill, I'm sure will get a thorough vetting. It's chair's intention to do that Wednesday evening at approximately 5 o'clock. And once the BDR is released, all members will be able to get access to it. But typically we don't release BDRs ahead of introduction. Are there any other questions from any other committee members at this time on this item?
That's not accurate, actually.
I'm sorry, did I hear something?
I'm happy to provide a motion, Madam Chairwoman, if you were seeking one.
Oh, I thought I heard someone with another question, so I just wanted to make sure. So with that, committee members, I'll go ahead and accept a motion to introduce BDRS 899 from Majority Leader Benitez Thompson, and I'll accept a second from
Assemblywoman Danielle Monroe Moreno.
Assemblywoman Danielle Monroe Moreno. Any questions or comments on the motion?
You know, Madam Chair, there was a comment. I just feel compelled to respond. That is the way that it normally works. This isn't a pre-file bill. This is a bill. So similar to when you get your personal bill and you sign it and turn it in and it gets introduced to a committee, then it gets disseminated, and that's just the normal way. So this isn't special session. I realize that folks are a little, PTSD, I guess, from special session, but this is the normal process, and we introduce the bill, and then we circulate a copy of the paper copy or electronic scanned copy, and folks will have it before the hearing on the bill where it will then be vetted. But this isn't atypical. I just want to make it clear that this isn't any different than the 3 bills that I have out front that I have to sign to get to a committee and get introduced, and then they get disseminated.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for clarifying that for me. And when this was handed to me, I was told it has to be under lock and key tonight until I turn it in tomorrow. So that's how serious we take this. So thank you, Mr. Speaker. So with that, not hearing any other questions or comments, I believe we can go ahead and do this with a roll call vote. So if we could have the roll call, please.
So that's going to be Chair Carlton,
Yes.
Ryerson,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Gorlow,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Haddady,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Miller,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Peters,
Yes.
Assemblyman Watts,
Yes.
Assemblyman Hafen,
Yes.
Assemblyman Levitt,
Yes.
Assemblyman Roberts,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Titus,
Yes?
and Assemblywoman Tolles.
Yes.
I think we forgot Assemblywoman Benitez Thompson.
Sorry, Assemblywoman Benitez Thompson,
Yes.
and then Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno.
Yes.
So with that, committee members, has everyone recorded your vote? Yes, all right. So committee staff, I believe that was all yays.
That is yes.
The BDR is processed unanimously. Thank you all very much. That is the only business to actually come before us this evening. So with that, the only other item we need to take is public comment, broadcast services. Is there anyone in the public comment queue?
Yes, Chair, we do have one person in the public comment, and I can set them up to speak.
Thank you very much.
Caller with the last three digits, 120. Please slowly state and spell your name for the record. You will have 2 minutes and may begin.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Stephen Cohen for the record. Stephen with a V, Cohen, C-O-H-E-N, as in the Assemblywoman, but no known relation. Kind of picking up on the state of the state and the governor's commitment to $75 million, I believe it was, in workforce development funding. Was wondering if under the tight time frame there might be a way to handle a portion of that being specifically allocated towards workforce development for people with disabilities. And with that, Madam Chair, thank you, and I yield.
Thank you very much. So with that, is there any other public comment to come before the committee today?
The public comment line is open and working. However, there are no more callers at this time.
All righty. Well, thank you all very much. I believe that takes care of our business for the day. So we are adjourned. Have a good evening.